Hey friend, it's Jay. I want to quickly let you know that I re-uploaded the video with a clear audio. I want to thank you for your patience and feedback. I pray that this version blesses you even more. Let's dive in. Let's go. I just had such a transparent moment with God. Like blowing my mind just now. And I'm like, let me just record this of what I'm feeling right in this moment. I probably got tears in my eyes. I've been crying. It's 6:45. I've been for like 45 minutes. So first, I'm just talking to God, and He's letting me know that right now in my life I need a sober mind. Because I can't afford to make any unnecessary mistakes. So I was like, dang, like just straight up just came to me, right? So I was like, okay. It was like, throw everything away. And I was like, I don't know. It's like, let go, right? So I was like, cool. So then I started thinking about how I have authority now, like, because I've been walking in my authority, like actually realizing how God gives you the authority. People, it doesn't matter if somebody's a supervisor or a manager at a job or own a company, it doesn't matter. God gives people favor. God can have you walk in so much higher power and don't even have no money like that. But they intimidated by you because of your spirit and energy, right? So then it crossed my mind, and then boom, it was like, I'm breaking a generational curse. It's like a big old tree, and I seen a whole tree. I seen like a piece of the branch. I'm like, I fell off. I'm telling myself I fell off that tree, a branch. And then somehow I became a seed, right? And then boom, God literally takes, I see God's hand. This is me just sitting, I see God's hand, picks me up, like move the dirt, and then place me in there, like deep in there, and then put me over. And then I was like, I've heard sermons about that, but I didn't get it. You hear it, but you gotta live it. It was ahead of my time, But at that time I felt like, yeah, I'm being buried, da-da-da-da-da. But you don't know until you come out of it. Oh man, for real, for real. So then I was like, all the people around is trying to dig me up, trying to mirror my old ways, right? Trying to mirror the way I used to be, and I'm not gonna lie. Certain things I realized I kind of still move like that. Didn't even know I was moving like that. And God just opened my eyes. I've been going through a situation, and I was like, God is really working on my character. I've always known I had influence on people. I can get people to do anything. Like for real, but I would sit there and say, I don't like that. I don't like controlling people because I don't like to be controlled. But I know I can get that person to do whatever I want them to do. If I really wanted them to do it. You feel me? I'm like, I got that influence. I got a way to talk to people, all these things. And I used to take that as power, and I would see other people and I would tell them, especially people I was in relationships with or real close friends with, I'd be like, man, you could get people to do anything, man. Use that power for good. I'll tell them to use it for good and not for what they're using it for. Not realizing that I'm literally telling myself subconsciously that all the time, right? So God literally took me through a situation for 8 months. I'm talking about crazy stuff. And I've been in this situation before. I'm like, God, what am I missing? I just realized either last week or week before last, I am in the same situation that I've been going through years later. What am I missing? I said, God, I'm standing up for myself like you tell me to. I'm being quiet when you tell me to. I'm being obedient. What am I missing? You know what he told me I'm missing? It's my character. I'm not fully representing him. Why? How? Because it's the things I let slide. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, God, but look how I dress, how can I influence people? He like, how many people I influence already by the way I dress now? It's not about how you dress. It's not about none of those things in that area. It's about how do you walk in him. When people gossiping about people, sometimes I just walk away instead of saying, you know what, man, let's not talk about that person, why they're not here. And cut the conversation off. Why I don't stand in God and do that. Either sometimes I walk away, or I might stand there, or I might be like, nah, man, she cool. Instead of just shutting it down. Hey, man, I don't want to talk about it. She not here. He not here. And walk off. It's a lot of things that we allow, and it corrupts our character. I sat there, I'm thinking about at work, right? I'm going through a situation at work where I'm watching people listen to what people say about me. Don't even come and ask me and believe what they say, right? Or just don't even want to deal with me because of all this he say, she say stuff, just cutting me off. I'm just being transparent right now. Over a situation of something that I allowed, right? This same person had me do it to somebody else. I'm sitting here thinking that, oh man, just because I fought it a little bit. But at the end of the day, that person wore me down where I did exactly the same thing that they did to me to somebody else. And I woke up, I thought about it, I said, man, I kept wondering why this specific person, like I ain't gonna say no names. I ain't gonna say why the specific person used to be cool and then all of a sudden being so distant, being messy, talking to me reckless, doing things like that. And I realized I started being angry towards the person that person told me not to deal with because I constantly kept hearing it from this person. So if she did it to me, she did it to that person too, right? Buy them with it. And you know what made me confirm that it was like that? I remember one time me and this person was on a call and I had the person who is causing the problems on the phone while we at work or whatever. And she overheard this person talking to me. And so as I got off the phone with them, she was like, oh, that was such and such. I was like, yeah. She was like, oh, I don't be dealing with him. And I'm like, what? I ain't even know y'all dealt with each other. Every time we talked about him, you say you don't talk to him, you don't deal with him, and then you all of a sudden, oh, I don't deal with him. And it crossed my mind. I said, maybe she said that because she seen that he was treating me well when she always told him to disrespect me, and how could he after what I did to her, how could he after, and that's all she used to do to me. How could I say hey, how could I say good morning after what I told you this person did to me? Blind loyalty. I wouldn't give it at first. I fought it. I didn't listen. I fought it. I'm like, you're not going to tell me who to talk to, not going to tell me what to do, but I still dealt with it. So when you deal with it, you're actually saying you're cool with it. So how can I say that, oh man, God, I know I got a purpose of helping your people, speaking life into your people, if I can get swindled anyway like this? God said, I need you in the dirt so I can build your character. I really felt like if I would have been honest about the reason why I didn't want to mess with this person, that wasn't a good reason. They'll say, oh man, because of that? You don't want to deal with me because of that? You don't want to deal with me because I ain't got no morals? You don't want to deal with me because I don't have no standards? You don't want to deal with me because I'm messy? You don't want to deal with me because I'm drama? Fully actually saying that out loud, I've never actually cut people off for the real reason. I would say it's another reason. Instead of being real. And real with myself. Like the real reason, and it's not because that makes you a bad person. And that's what I got to realize. When I say it, I think of them as, I'm saying they're a bad person. So then I find these softball reasons that really don't make no sense. That's not even a good reason. And then when I keep playing that reason in my head, so when I vent to other people the reason why I left them alone, it's a weak-ass reason. Instead of literally saying, man, you know what? They try to put me in that triangle mess. I don't deal with that. I like my peace. Stand on it. They already tried to control me and do all these other things. I know where that could go. Stand on it. I'll give them chance after chance just to prove me that I'm right. That goes all the way back to childhood, coming to your parents, for me, coming to my parent, saying, I probably felt this or know this or whatever, and I was told, you don't know what you're talking about. It has nothing to do with my parent. They was not wrong. The enemy been attacking me since I was a child. Anyone who had a door open. I even had a door open. I had a door open. The enemy jumped at me because I had a door open. But how can I say I follow God if I'm leading his people down the wrong path? So he said, man, you know what? Let go. Let go of other opinions. Let go of people pleasing. Let go of what I've thought that I should be as a person and be what God says it could be. It's in the Bible what he say do. Stop getting caught up. I am not like them. God buried me in the dirt. They still on those branches. They never fell yet. Their leaves are still on it. I fell. It hurted. I turned into a seed. God picked me up, put me deep in a dark place in the wilderness, covered me up, and said, until you learn to build your character under me and not who you want it to be, I cannot release you into my people and your purpose. And you know how bad I would have felt. If God allowed me to walk in my purpose and I led people down the wrong path. There's people who need somebody to lead them to God. I would have led them down the wrong path. Damn. Thank you, Jesus, for burying me. Thank you, Holy Spirit, for putting me through the wilderness and 8 years of pain. I couldn't figure out why I was still in the same situation. It's not about standing 10 toes down. It's about me. The people, everybody around me kept saying, oh, Jay, it's about you. It's about you, Jay. You make it about you, Jay. Make it about you, Jay. And now I keep hearing it. It was God speaking through them. They threw it behind guilt, but it was God speaking through them saying, make it about you. If I make it about me and know for a fact, I cannot hang around certain people. I cannot be around certain things because it can corrupt me. I'm not strong in that area right now. I can't hang around people who do old things that I used to do. I can't be around it. I have a responsibility now. It took me this long. At first, I didn't even want no responsibility. I'm like, God, I'm tired of being a responsible one. Because I had responsibility of humans telling me what I needed to do, not what God told me I needed to do. With God, with the responsibility, my weight is off because I take my responsibility to him. I have nothing to carry.